You know, we are grateful for the many homeless shelters that have had to adapt to the current events to continue helping the men and the women and even the children here on Delmarva who are in a rough spot right now and need a little support getting back on their feet. But when you think of a homeless shelter, you really need to know that it's more than just a warm meal and a bed to sleep in. With us this afternoon is Donna Clark. Donna's the director of the Help and Outreach Point of Entry, or HOPE, joining us today via Zoom. How are you, Donna?
I'm fine. How are you today?
Wonderful. Thank you. Thanks for talking to us today. Now, you offer many different services, and we want to talk about that some, but tell me, what kind of need are you seeing right now?
The needs are horrendous. The obstacles to obtaining identification, which is needed for housing, employment, even healthcare, have increased. What used to be a simple procedure is now very difficult. We provide services such as documentation, assistance getting medications. When we have the funds, we do dental assistance, assist with eye care and other health-related issues.
Now, this pandemic has caused HOPE a lot of problems as well, right? What kind of things have you guys had to work around and work with?
Well, prior to the pandemic, we were a day drop-in center, and people could come in and be sheltered from the weather. We would feed them. All that ended in March, and we actually shut down until May. When the dental offices opened up for services, we opened up so we could continue to assist those in need. Now we have to see people by appointment only. Very limited numbers that we see in a 4-hour time span when we're open. So we can't help the amount of people that we used to. We helped over 1,000 people this past fiscal year, and we just can't reach them like we used to.
You know, you had mentioned it, and I kind of want to dive into it a little bit deeper. You help the homeless. The definition of homeless is you don't have a home address. Without a home address, there are a lot of things that you can't get, like identification and such. And yet you can help out with that, right?
We find ways to work within the system. We collaborate with about 45 to 50 different agencies in the community. The shelters contact us to help their guests obtain the documentation they need. That's what we're here for.
So what kind of guidance through the medical system can you help with? What kind of things would we need that you can do?
First of all, one of the main causes of homelessness is lack of education. And if you don't understand what your doctor's explaining to you or how to do the testing or do the preps for testing, it's very difficult for the clients. And we try to bridge that gap and help those that we can improve their health. Health is our major focus, really.
So, Donna, your staff and volunteers are actually out on the street, meeting with the homeless people where they are. What's that like?
Cold. I have an outreach worker that travels with the Salisbury City HOT team, homeless outreach team. It's managed by Christine Chestnut, who's doing a great job. And they go to the people where they are, be it parking lots, in the woods.
What kind of changes have you seen from the people that HOPE has been able to help?
The depression has tripled within our clients. We've lost several to overdoses. The sudden change in routine back in March, we lost several to heart attacks and strokes. It's been very difficult watching friends that we've seen throughout the years just not be able to tolerate what's happening within the community. We're not seeing COVID, which is surprising to some people, but our clients isolate themselves and they're not out in the grocery stores. They're not out in the gathering areas. So it's not the pandemic that's affecting their health, but it is the psychological effects of the separation.
What can we do to help support your mission?
Donate, please. We are right now dependent entirely upon community donations. We need support in our dental program. We need support in funding for birth certificates. They can run anywhere from $9 to $32. And that adds up.
Well, Donna, I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and put the links and all the information necessary to be able to reach out to Hope and to you on delmarvalife.com for people to be able to find. Donna Clark, Help and Outreach Point of Entry, or HOPE. Thank you for what you're doing, and thank you for talking to us this afternoon.
Thank you so much. It was an honor to be here.